patrons. Just waiting for the room to fill up. How are you guys? Thanks for joining on the replay and that. Set this up. Boom. Okay. Irish vegan in the house. What's up? Hey, Amy. I guess you can probably hear me now, can you? I tried my other phone, hoping that the sound had sorted itself out so we wouldn't have the Judder monster come to visit as usual. But no such luck. Just finding you on the feed. Oh yeah, there's some other exciting. We've got 2 bits of exciting news. Jim, can you delete my other stream off my...
It just said processing for ages.
I better just do that. Hang on, guys, I'll be 1 second. I just need to delete something.
Your touch screen's not working on your phone.
Yeah, it's intermittent. You have to sort of come off it and then come in again. I guess I'll get that fixed soon.
Yeah, get that.
Maybe they'll have an idea why the mic's not working on YouTube as well.
Okay then.
You never know. Right, so I'll delete that off of here. Public. Put that to private. How can I just delete it would be better?
It's easier to do on your phone.
Anyway, I'll do that later.
Do you want me to try again? Is that what you said?
No, you can if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be on there now. Okay, so go back, find the stream.
I can't do your touch screen. It's getting on my nerves. It's not working.
Gemma's not feeling the best tonight, so she's not getting too involved today. There she is in the background.
Hi everyone.
Okay. No, the chat's not on here. What? What is going on? Sorry guys, I will be with you in a second. I'm having no end of problemos. Right, so that's the stream I want. There's the chat. Still intermittent. Oh, this is so slow today. Right, here we go. Here we go. Right, so Irish Vegan, Amy Robson, Monica's in the house, Nibba Sullivan, hello. Hello, my friend, thanks for joining. Have we had the pleasure of your company before? Where are you at in the world? Yeah, so we've got a Facebook group now, if you all want to join that. And I'll tell you my news in a minute. I'll wait till the room's filled up a little bit. Yes, spherage is very annoying. Monica, just put the groceries for the meal plan that I wrote for us, starting on Monday. Oh, how exciting. Can't wait to hear how you flourish on that. Morris Cooper's in the house. So Nibba is saying how spherage claims no plant sources of vitamin A. So what he's saying is there's no preformed retinol, which is basically animals make retinol out of the different carotenoids. Well, luckily we're animals. That's the thing he seems to miss. So, and you know, you lose a bit in the conversion. But I had a look at my my beta carotene consumption. I had many times the amount of vitamin A that I needed by the end of it. Like literally, like exponentially more than was necessary for good health. And vitamin A, retinol in excess, that is harmful to our bones. There's one reason why we think dairy may not be the best source of calcium, because yeah, we need some vitamin A, but we don't need too much vitamin A. And when it's preformed, there's nothing you can do about it. It's there. It's fat soluble, I think, isn't it? Vitamin A. So yeah, you can easily have a toxic amount of that. And that seems to be one of the mechanisms whereby dairy, if anything, weakens our bones. Studies have found. So there you go. Monica found some peanut butter made out of raw peanuts. Nice. People are asking what's wrong with young Gemma today.
Oh, I think I'm getting a migraine. I've got a headache and I've had sore eyes for a few days, so I think I'm trying to fight off a migraine. So I'm just trying to like relax and
sorry.
Hope it will pass.
Sorry, I won't keep bothering you.
No, I didn't mean that. You.
Everyone's saying to get well.
Thank you.
Jesma, the quality is a lot better tonight, is it? Oh, that's good. Maybe it's just my end is very jerky still. Very jerky. Yeah, Amy's saying to soothe your illness with your balls. Your dirty balls.
Thank you, I may do.
Oh, Alicia's in the house. Hi, lovely. Amy's got to feed some hedgehogs. She's a good person, if you ask me. Tikvisani's in the house. Like button smash. Feel free to hit that like button, people. It really benefits getting the message out there. Oh, so speaking of getting the message out there, I'll try and share the link. Hang on. I'll get the link up first, then I'll tell you about it. How would I find that? Oh, that's on my page, isn't it? Boom. Copy. Boom. Paste. So the BBC posted an article today about veganism, which I've just posted on the stream. And very exciting. So, page not found. Sorry, let me have another go. Boom. Boom. Copy. Oh, did you manage to... On my page it said that it didn't work. Have you got the... Oh, it's not found. Right, I don't know why it's not letting me share that, but... Well, I'll just tell you about it. bbc.co.uk. The year veganism went mainstream. So veganism, how a maligned movement went mainstream. And it's basically saying how we're smashing it now, particularly in the UK. Thanks, Amy, for that. And yeah, it's just all about it. You know, if the BBC is reporting this, it is in the mainstream, isn't it, basically? And it talks about the different influences. And if you have a look halfway down, the 10 most influential UK creators, guess who's at number 9? as me. And someone messaged me, like left a message on a video and said, "Oh, why are you wasting your time bulking and cutting? Like, aren't there more important things to do? Like, you could be doing more activism." And my argument was, this is my activism. And there you go. Number 9, most influential creator. That's across all platforms, all social media. Probably told you already, but we're in their new Make the Connection documentary next year as well, which is all about the role of social media and pushing the vegan message. So, you know, sometimes I look at an Earthling Ed or a Joby Carbstrong or a James Aspie, and I think, oh, I should be in the streets, like, sticking it to people. But actually, you know, my niche is sports performance, and you know, and we can reach so many people. Oh, obviously they're doing it in the flesh as well and uploading, so that's the best of both worlds. So I think in the summertime again I will do more street activism, but I'll do it with my top off and I'll just write the word vegan on me in big letters. Vegan now what? Question mark. See what people make of that. Yeah. So anyway, that was my news. What a good article, though. Veganism has gone mainstream. So we can see there Veganuary. We can see Manami Frost, one of the top YouTubers, Fat Gay Vegan. James Cameron, they're talking about the Game Changers movie, which hopefully we have a little part in as well, which comes out next month. Oh, well, in a couple of days, isn't it? Sundown Film Festival, basically, whenever that is, in Jan. Really, really, really exciting times for veganism. It's happening. It's happening. So people either get on board or get run over by veganism, or get on board and be on the right side of history, you know? It's not a case of will everyone go vegan, or will veganism be the predominant paradigm? It's when, and you know, how much do people want to be left behind and considered to be unkind, you know? So obvious that there is no need to hurt animals. There is absolutely no need. So really the only argument against veganism is, you know, if someone just really doesn't care about animals, doesn't care about their health, doesn't care about the planet continuing. It's just a real kind of nihilist, isn't it, basically? The only real argument is, I like how their dead bodies taste. That's the only argument. I prefer the taste of their dead bodies over their emotional and physical well-being. What is more selfish than that? Like, there is nothing more selfish taking someone's life for a sandwich. Like, it's bull, isn't it? Anyway, before I get totes in motion, let's get back to the stream. So Niva, yesterday I managed to grab 15 passion fruits for 99p. God damn! In Turkish food centre. Is that in the UK or elsewhere? Wow, that's amazing. I really love passion fruit. Stick them on top of my porridge, in a fruit salad, in a smoothie, particularly like a tropical fruit smoothie. Oh, they're so delicious, aren't they? In Lewisham. Oh, wow. I don't know if we have a Turkish sort of supermarket in Norwich, but I will have to have a look by the sound of it. Morris Cooper, how was Christmas? Brilliant, yeah. Yeah, nice little reset, just chilled out a little bit, really. Didn't really eat with any non-vegans, just Gem and myself ate. There's a vlog, if you want to check it out, all the food we ate. We ate pretty damn healthfully, but we still had a couple of little treats which weren't too harmful. Some cashew and cranberry cheese from Tyne Cheese Company. So delicious. Hey, cowboy. And made from cashews rather than those nasty coconut oils. Look, he's come to see us. Say hello, cowboy. You're cute. You little cutie. And yeah, check out the vlog if you want it. That's on there. Oh, and the thumbnail for that vlog someone made into a meme on Facebook about compassion is sexy, and there's that photo of me, there's John Venus, a couple of other vegan bodybuilders, and looking at, I sort of did the thumbnail as a bit clickbaity. So I've got my dinner on one hand, I'm kind of stripped to the waist, I've got a Santa hat on, look like a bit like a stripper, to be honest, like looking at it, someone said that. And I've got a bottle of sparkling grape juice, but it looks like wine, and the clickbait was nutritionist drunk at Christmas, festive feasting, and obviously I wasn't really drunk, but so it's sort of a bit annoying in a way that they used that photo, but not really annoying. And how lovely, 100% sexier since going vegan, fact. That was lovely. Chickpea Sunny, have you tried making any Dr. Gregor recipes? Why, yes, we have. And in fact, I'm going to eat my second portion of it in about half an hour. So we made the chickpea tagine. Now, strangely, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I was drawn a few days ago. I was drawn to buy some organic apricots, dried apricots. So I look for organic, which has not got the sulfur dioxide, which produces hydrogen sulfide in our gut, leading to terrible health outcome, the same as, you know, eating meat and things. We create the hydrogen sulfide, damages the DNA of our colonic mucosal cells. It creates inflammatory bowel disease. So, you know, the little apricots, they're brown in colour instead of being a bright orange. They don't look quite so appetizing, but they are delicious. They taste a lot better. You can taste the preservatives, you know, when they use the sulfur dioxide, sorry. And what was I saying? I was drawn to buy those, and I was drawn to buy, tell me if I've got this pronunciation right. I don't know what the pronunciation is. Is it Ras Al Hanout? It's like a North African spice mix, which you use in the way that Indians tend to use garam masala, you know, as a kind of base range of flavours, and then obviously you add in your other ingredients. For some reason I was drawn to buy those two things, and then we like the look of every single recipe in the old How Not to Die cookbook. Get yours now if you've not got it yet, it is amazing. And we didn't know which one to make, so I just cracked the book open. I thought, excuse me, I thought we'll just cook whatever is the first recipe that it falls open on, and it was chickpea tagine, which uses all those same spices, which uses dried fruit. It was kind of what I had in mind, the type of thing I wanted to cook, but I didn't know a recipe. So felt like it was meant to be, so we made that today, and oh my god, it is so delicious. It's so amazing. And yeah, so I made a double batch. We're going to do a recipe video. You know, I'm using slightly different spices to the one Dr. Gregor says. There's like extra ones actually. And he was saying raisins, but we used the apricots. So, you know, ripping him off a bit in a way, but, you know, his subscriber base is a lot bigger than mine. I don't think he'll mind too much. Perhaps I'll mention the book. But you can't copyright recipes. You can't copyright ingredients. But yeah, just that book is amazing. Get it if you've not got it. Mr. Alex, the guy from the Joe Rogan podcast who ate nothing but meat, is also very annoying. Yeah, he seems a bit of a, don't mean to seem rude, but a bit of a simpleton. Monica also bought the How Not to Die cookbook, should arrive tomorrow. Nice. Monica, now the big question is, how is everyone else? Had a good Saturday? Yeah, we've had a lovely day. Well, to be honest, we've both been feeling a little bit rough. We're thinking about a big change, a very big change if it goes ahead, it's very exciting, and this kind of we didn't think this would happen for a lot of years. I mean, it might not happen yet, so I'm not, you know, gonna get my hopes up too much. But we've always been saying that we want a centre with like holistic. You know, I'm in there. There's a gym. I'm coaching nutrition. We've got people coaching how to cook. You know, maybe there's yoga. Maybe there's massage, like spiritual practices, and maybe Gemma's there with the, you know, the mental, with the emotional support as kind of a counsellor, or like spiritual kind of teacher. What's a good phrase for it? Have I sort of summed it up?
Yeah.
And you know, we thought eventually we'll work together, but you know, we've not got that sort of money to buy, you know, a facility, and we wouldn't know who else to get on board. But it may be that it's kind of just manifested for itself. There's this huge house. You may have seen it on the live stream. Oh, sorry, on the Christmas video. We had dinner there on Christmas, and it may be that I will have enough money to have a decent gym which would have everything I need to coach. So, you know, there'd be an on-site gym there. There's a couple of lovely ladies there already, and they love to cook, and they approached me actually and said, like, maybe, you know, we get you on as a partner, and we have whole foods, plant-based food service and cooking demos. Like, people come there for retreats. It's kind of like a guest house as well. And you know, I'm not 100% sure whether it will all work out, whether like it is viable, but it's looking on paper like it should be viable. And the upshot was neither of us could sleep, so I don't think that's so I've been quite drained all day, and Gemma's feeling a bit under the weather. Or maybe a little bit scratchy. I don't think I'm going to get sick, but yeah, so we were up late. We really wanted to get a video shot this morning. We're going to do a recipe video, and it just dragged on. We went for a nice walk. We went to the health food store, and inspired by Dr. Greger's book, we bought a load of kind of kitchen cupboard kind of essentials that he recommends that you can have in stock. So yeah, we bought a load of those, and so in fact the video, I've finished editing the video now. It's encoding, but it's basically health food store haul inspired by Dr. Greger's book, and we got some lovely bits. We're inspired to try some new foods again, and to revisit stuff that we hadn't had for a while. You know, it's so easy to get stuck in a rut, isn't it? You know, you just cooking the same things over and over because, you know, that's what you know, and it's, you know, we all have busy lives, and it's not always so easy to research new recipes. But no, we're really inspired now, so that's turned out really good. And I think that's all I wanted to say about that. Amy Robson, Rude Boy tea is good for migraines, as is Camel Smile.
Oh,
We've definitely got Camel Smile on the go. Monica's saying, just relax, you beautiful human being, and take time to recover. They're good girls, aren't they, Amy and Monica? Chickpea Sani's wishing you well. Niba, I saw from one of the health doctors, the black guy said the absorption of protein from dairy causes you to lose more calcium than you gain. That's been disproven. I was surprised that he said that, unless he's got new data. But that is, he's one of my favourite doctors, and in fact I met him at London Veg Fest. Check out that video where I meet him, it's hilarious actually. And that's Dr. Milton Mills, about halfway through the video. He's brilliant. Yeah, he was on Plant-Based News, wasn't he? But my understanding is we used to think that, but for a long time we then learned that in fact, because we excrete we excrete calcium in our urine, more calcium when we take in animal products, basically. But what we actually found out since is that, yeah, we do excrete more calcium, which we used to think was our bones that were peeing down the toilet. But no, in fact, with the added protein, we actually absorb more calcium from the food. And that's, in fact, what we're excreting. So unless he knows something I don't know and like something's changed, which wouldn't surprise me, you know, when we can't all be up to date. I'll probably try to get him on for an interview perhaps when we've got when we're moved into a new place and we've got good internet connection, so we can facilitate a nice Skype call and video. But my understanding is that, and this is worse probably for most, especially gym goers and just guys in general, but what happens, it seems as though the calcium's not the problem, but in fact we rip glutamine out of our muscles, which is the most abundant amino acid in human muscle tissue, and it is alkaline, and because of the extra acid in our blood from the animal products, it goes into the blood to buffer the acid. So in fact, it's our muscles that are getting eaten away. Now, while we're younger and our testosterone is high, we can get away with it, basically. The testosterone sort of offsets that damage. But into middle age, obviously your testosterone dips. So you'll see people, I think more and more as time goes on, you'll see that middle-aged vegan athletes more and more are leading the field, because we will be able to still make gains or hold on to a mass, but probably just I'm still making gains, you know. And then into old age, we'll see people, the more animal products they eat, the faster they get that sarcopenia, that muscle wastage, which it looks as though Whole Foods vegans, it will be a fraction of that, because our diet is alkaline forming on the whole. So that's exciting. More about all that in the Game Changers movie soon. That's exciting. Irish Vegan just joined the Hangout Facebook group. Nice. You can get vegan jerky, by the way. Amy sent me some, bless her. Ryan Sullivan, any bulking tips? I find it difficult to find non-expensive food that gives me adequate amount of calories. Beans, grains, dried fruit, tropical fruits like bananas. Drink some of your calories. So I like beetroot juice pre-workout. I like coconut water pre, intra and post-workout to get really hydrated. Smoothies, you know, frozen berries, like they can be dirt cheap. Frozen greens, get some greens in there. Seeds, nuts, you know, if you can manage to get some of these more in bulk, it gets, I know that's not easy to do if you're on a budget, but if you can do that, you know, obviously over time it saves a hell of a lot of money. It's crazy. And, you know, for a bodybuilder or a larger strength athlete, I don't mind the judicious use of a little protein powder. You know, and some of those can be pretty cheap. I just got 5 kilos of pea protein from bulk powders. It was about £32. Was that right?
They had a sale on it. It was 25.
£25 in the sale. So £5 a kilo for pea protein, which I think is one of the better proteins. Lee Stratford, blue howlet crystals are good for headaches if you have one.
Sorry, what did you say?
Blue howlet crystals are good for headaches.
Oh, lovely, thank you. I don't think I've got one of those.
Yeah. Humocardia is in the house. How you doing, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Lee's in the house. Jason Rayback, thank you, brother. Ah, thanks, Jean. You're also supportive. I really appreciate you guys. Jesma, just sitting down with the vegan couples roasties. I'm addicted, yeah. I saw Mike the Vegan's video about 3 recipes for new vegans, and he had roasties as well. Yeah, I feel like I'll be getting them on the rotation again soon. Where the hell are we? It's jumped. It's jumped. Well, where the hell were we? Just looking at some of the comments up ahead. Swag Vegan, bigger me up. Thank you, my friend. Good name. Jesma, are you going to use the miso in all of Gregor's recipes? I want to consume as little salt as possible, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't want to go overboard on it, but you know, he's saying that the phytochemicals in the miso offset the damage from the salt, and it seems to, you know, not be a problem. But my argument would be, well, I'm taking in so many phytochemicals, like, you know, I'm eating 3 cans of legumes a day, for example, or, you know, like a couple of big bags of greens and like 300 grams of berries. So I would think, do I need to worry about salt at all in that case? So yeah, I don't know. It certainly isn't affecting my blood pressure, because my blood pressure would be considered better than optimal by the NHS standards. 106 or something. Dr. Gregor says there's no further benefit below 110, so it don't need to be any better. So yeah, I don't know. But then there is that risk for certain cancers. So, and the other thing, it deactivates your superoxide dismutase at the very time when you need it to be working, which is when you've got food, you know, food particles in your bloodstream. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know on that one either. Amy, there's an activism event in Norwich when I come down with you on the Saturday. Oh, sweet. So we're going to take that in that case. What is that, a AV, or what is that one? Chickpea Sunny, even Chewy has gone vegan. Yeah, you see the penny drop, don't you? That's filled me with joy, particularly as I was brought up on Star Wars. Vegmex is in the house. Lee is saying the only real argument is survival, which only applies to third world countries. Yeah, and you know, what is there more of, grains or animals? And what are the animals going to eat? The grains, so they'll eat more grains than we would, so it's just bonkers. I suppose if someone lives somewhere like on the savannah and there's just grass and animals, well then maybe like that potentially might be a thing. I don't know. I've not really looked into it. But yeah, if you've got access to non-animal products, there is no excuse, is there? Hemocardia, get someone else and all these geoscientists and such talk about climate change and always dance around animal agriculture. Yeah. Oh, Vegan Mama. Hello, my favourite YouTuber. My friend has moved to Norfolk. Any recommendations on vegan restaurants? Purely Vegan is the Tipsy Vegan. That's got some tasty food. It's not like the healthiest of foods, but it is really nice restaurant. If you want something healthier, I like Namaste India and Namaste Village. They're kind of 90% vegan, and the dishes that have paneer can be altered. They can have tofu in, so you can have everything veganized in there. Wild Thyme has some great vegan options and some healthy ones as well. That's vegan vegetarian. And then you've got the River Green Cafe, which is my friend Mike Hill, who runs the One Planet Pizza, or his son does. They have vegan, vegetarian, some healthier stuff. What else is good to eat in Norwich?
Do you show people what I'm having? You don't have to, but it's there.
This is what Jem is having today. Tell us about it.
It's just vegetables and quinoa.
And then there's, what's on the quinoa? Some cheesy sauce?
Oh, I made a sauce. Chickpeas, nooch, garlic, water, and a little miso.
Who knows what these are? Two fruits. Go. Who knows? They look like little turds.
Little dried turds.
Name the fruits. Name the fruits. Papaya. Yeah. One. Monica's got the papaya. Passion. No. We'll give you some hints. Tamarind. Orc warrior wins. Nothing. You get my respect. Okay. Was that it for vegan restaurants?
Oh, I feel like there's loads, but...
There's, what is that junk foods one? Loving Hut. We're not a fan. It gives us headaches and stomach aches with all the MSG and stuff. But if you like junk foods, there's a Loving Hut. There's Beer Kitchen on the market. That's completely vegan. There's kind of a diner. They have some delicious food. There's actually 3 places on the market now with a lot of vegan stuff. Where else?
Ancestors.
Oh, Ancestors Coffee Shop. That's kind of surreptitiously vegan. And they have Buddha bowls and smoothie bowls, smoothies, some raw desserts, some unhealthier stuff as well. There's a little shop of vegans which has a lot of specialty kind of foods. Oh yeah, and there's a new takeaway as well, Vegan Wok. So we've got it all covered really in Norwich. Your friend will have fun. Chickpea Sunny, I'm eating purple potatoes and hummus together. So nice. Yeah. We need to get purple potatoes in more.
Yeah.
I just saw Simnet Nutrition did a sushi video with that in the middle. Good choice, isn't it? Bit of, maybe some tempeh strips for me as well. Green to Beans Gaming. Dr. Gregor is telling us to take DHA now. Dr. Esselstyn says no oils, fish oil, etc. What to do? You know, so DHA, I don't think Dr. Esselstyn would have a problem with DHA. His point is that most oils have a decent amount of saturates in, like olive oil is about 13% saturates. However, DHA would only be a benefit to heart health, and it's such a tiny amount in there. Yeah. I think that, you know, unless you've got terrible heart disease that you're trying to reverse, like, you know, you can get away with a bit more nuts and seeds. I think Dr. Esselstyn doesn't even like hardly any nuts, does he? He recommends, or he doesn't mind a tablespoon also of flax seeds though. So again, he is on board with the omega-3s, and you know, the side effect of not having DHA, if we, you know, maybe we have some kind of genetic defect. For instance, if we lack the elongase enzyme in our body, we can't produce it. And now the ALA can't be converted to EPA DHA, so then we would suffer some serious health ramifications. So that's my view on those. Amy, don't know if you saw yesterday, I'm now a speaker at August Vegan Campout. Might be of interest to Gemma. Oh, so that'll be snazzy then. I'm sure she'll have a look at that one. Nice. Monica, what are you up to tomorrow, Paul, and everyone else, as it's New Year's Eve? You'll never guess what we're doing.
Should we do what we did last year?
Yeah.
Early night?
Early night. Early night. Good food. Good hydration. Early night. Get up early. Training. Yeah, start the New Year as you mean. People have all these kind of, well, not poo-pooing anyone, because, you know, potentially we only live once, so some people claim, and you know, you've got to enjoy your experience. But for me, I've had enough of too much contrast, whereby if you're up here, like, really pushing it, drink, drugs, like whatever, you know, you do have that terrible low. And I just love feeling energized and excited by life and being productive. I haven't got time for a hangover. Irish vegans on the sweet potatoes, nice. The letters in the house. Hey guys, just quickly tune in before I jump in the tube after a long tub after a long day of work. Sending you good vibe. We appreciate the love. Thank you, my lovely. Where's the How Not to Die review, cookbook review? So yeah, we did talk about it in yesterday's live stream, which is available to watch for Patreons, which you can become a Patreon for as little as $1 a month. It helps support our activism. And I used to leave the replays on here, but a lot of people, I was really hemorrhaging subscribers because some people feel that a live stream, the value is in the interaction. So if I've got daily live stream like uploads, you know, people feel like it's cluttering up their notifications, and boom, your subscribers go through the floor. So yeah, I put them on their Patreon. As little as $1 a month, you can have access to lemons. Patreon is PRTREON, patreon.com.
Link in the description, give us your money.
Yeah, link in the description, come to think of it. Give it. No, but seriously, do give us some money. Amy, a Whole Foods plant-based health and wellness retreat /centre sounds fab. Yeah. And then if we're like living on site, like there's no travelling, it backs on to the UEA, the University of East Anglia grounds, which is basically a huge lake. It's surrounded, there's a big walk all the way around. It's beautiful. It's just very, you know, it's just really quite lush and dense with trees and wildlife. It leads on to a animal sanctuary. The opposite way, you can just walk for miles and miles. It's a great escape, you know, get away from the greys and the straight lines and the electricity of city life, and get into the greens and blues, fractal patterns, fresh air of nature. Supposedly it does some amazing things for our health. Even breathing in the oils that trees secrete into the air supposedly is great for our health. There's a Japanese practice called forest bathing, and modern science is backing up, yes, this is all lowering our stress hormones. It certainly does me the world of good, and I don't do it nearly often enough. It's one thing I really say is that I need to get into nature more, and now my home and my workplace would potentially be right on the doorstep. Like, what? There's just no excuse, is there? You know, for people coming for the retreat, Jem and myself have often been over there just to meditate or to do some yoga. So there's such a lovely setting. There's a huge vegan community at the UEA, so maybe I'll get clients from there as well. Yeah, we're very excited about it, which is why I just couldn't sleep last night. Fire Tiger, Crown popped out after accidentally swallowing it 48 hours ago. I feel like Golden reunited with his precious. Oh, yeah, that conjures up terrible images. Thanks for that. JJBB, did you go to the Norwich Vegan Christmas fair? I went to both. So the official one was about a month back. That was really heaving. I did a talk there. Oh, we were selling merchandise as well. The new Vegan Warrior t-shirts and vests. Link in the description. Give us your money. And then more recently, there was one that this lady Shona puts on from. She's from away somewhere. And that was Christmas Eve, and you know, that wasn't great in terms of variety and number of stalls, and it, you know, it wasn't half as busy as the official one. However, we still had the best time, you know, just connecting with like-minded souls, and it's beautiful. So yeah, we really enjoyed that one as well. Least being crude. Jason, I'm having trouble finding miso. It's on almost every recipe. Yeah, I mean, we've got a few places in Norwich you can get it. Like, have you got any Asian supermarkets? Or if not, I guess online, you know. Warrior, I bought the spirulina from Aldi, which you showed. It's so funny that someone told me that Chinese spirulina is polluted, but spirulina is actually extinct in the lakes. And it's going due to pollution. So really, with spirulina and chlorella, we really want farmed stuff, which is a sort of opposite of, you know, normally you want wild stuff, but no, farm stuff is in, you know, it's in, you know, they farm it in a, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Sterile conditions. I just saw A4 Man pop up. How are you, brother? Loved your post on Instagram today. Check out A4 Man if you've not already. Lego YouTube channel, real lovely guy from America, and he's vegan, so now and again he puts little vegan messages in his, you know, I like this approach because it's not overtly vegan, it's a totally different subject, but you know, every time we just mention the vegan thing, whatever type of channels we've got. One of my people I get on with on YouTube is Grecia Villar, who is Mexican. She's into cosplay and she's got a huge platform, but she's gone vegan, so now and again she'll just mention the odd little thing, and you know, that's beautiful, isn't it? The more different audiences, you know, I would never reach that audience. I don't speak Mexican for a start. Purple Piplup's in the house. Hi, lovely. Stu's in the house. So he was at the house the other day. Will be only going to help out. I was remember to ask. Oh, bless you. You are a beautiful human being, young Stu, and it was good to see you the other day. Going to be gaming. I checked from the center. Sorry, that. For most people, you should be able to get adequate DHA from about 3.5 tablespoons of chia seeds, which is sort of a chia pudding, like single serving size. That should be enough for the people who have the worst conversion. However, as I say, there are sometimes problems where people can't convert it. Currently, there's no tests for that. So my argument is, it's really cheap, it's harmless, it's from algae, it's where the fish get the DHA from. It's daft not to, it's a real good fail-safe, you know. Jesma, have you tried vegan wok? Do you know if they make things with no oil? When we went there, we said we don't have a lot of, or we don't like oil. They used minimal oil. I think they cook most things from fresh. So I reckon they'll probably look after you. Delicious, you know, a little bit naughty. You know, if there's some sort of sweet element in there, they'll probably put a little golden syrup in, or, you know, it's not the best food. However, for a takeaway, it's certainly not the worst. Bob Balls. Do you think vegans who don't lift should take creatine for the cognitive benefits? I've not heard of any cognitive benefits of creatine, and there's no long-term health. Not that I know everything. I'm not, so I would need to look into that. But there's no long-term studies on the health implications of creatine supplementation, and you know, we make our own creatine from other compounds. Is it a dipeptide or a tripeptide? You're basically taking 2 or 3 amino acids and gluing them together yourself, which is what the other animals do. Luckily, we're animals. Sometimes, if we're heavy meat eaters and we go completely vegan straight off the bat, potentially there are nutrients in meat, basically that the animals made out of the plant nutrients, and then our gene expression of the ability to make those for ourselves will be dampened. It may be non-existent for now, and it may take a little while for you to catch up to be able to create carnitine, creatine, you know, these different meat-based nutrients. There's probably hundreds of different ones. However, for me, when I went vegan, I had no problem. I had no problem whatsoever. I didn't notice any negative, but there is a bit of an argument in some cases for not... I don't like to say this because they're animals, but there is a bit of a case for not going completely vegan straight off the bat from high animal products to zero, and then potentially people will feel not great, particularly like bodybuilders and strength athletes potentially. And in terms of the microbiome, we've been eating a lot of meat products, so our Bacteroides bacteria types in the colon are, you know, they're overwhelming. There's no real Prevotella strains, or not many, to process the fibre. So the fibre upsets us, we've got dysbiosis, we say, oh, our bodies can't cope with that, I'll just go back to the meat. So that's why I say, you know, potentially might be wise to kind of transition. I don't like to say that though, you know, but I suppose we have to think what is the greatest good for the animals. I forget why I was saying all that. Oh yeah, creatine. Yeah, I don't really know is the answer, Bob, so you might know more than me about cognitive benefits. But we do produce it ourselves, which is why we have to cycle it. So when we take an exogenous creatine, we stop creating endogenous creatine. And then over time, the receptors are saturated. You know, we slowly stop producing it. So then, you know, it goes down to a baseline again. So then having come off it, clear the receptors, now are we reach homeostasis, we start producing our own again. So it's a little bit up and down, swings and roundabouts. Yeah. I don't really know is the answer, but I say no. I really say whole foods for the win. More often than not, supplements tend to cause more harm than good on the whole. Obviously, we need to supplement a couple of things if we're not getting sun, if we're not drinking untreated water, which we shouldn't be. We don't want cholera and stuff, but we do want B12, which comes from the bacteria. Alicia, I know how veganism always wins. Yeah, that's cool, that is, isn't it? Right, and will I be able to catch up with all of these chats? No, I don't think I will. Guys, I'm going to sign off there because I want to go and eat my Dr. Greger inspired chickpea tagine with the little apricots and all the delicious spices. So thank you so much for joining. As always, you beautiful, beautiful people. If you're new here, if you wish to have the optimal, healthiest, strongest, leanest physique possible at the same time without harming the animals, without destroying our beautiful planet, please hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified of new videos, new uploads. Tomorrow at 6 we'll have the new health food store haul video for you, inspired by Dr. Greger's new cookbook. Oh, you got your stuff on it.
That's not it. That's my.
Ah, that's your one.
Goodbye from me over there.
There it is. And forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, Amy, as Amy says, there's the new Facebook group which she kindly created for us all. So if you want to carry on your chat, you can go in there. And yeah, tomorrow night, video at 6, live stream at 7. And if I don't see you, have a very happy new year. Thank you, guys. Oh, I forgot how to end it. Oh, this is awkward.